What is good, people? It is the NijiPodcast, episode 7, talking about Love Live
7 or
Nijigasaki.
8 or
Well,
8. I
the
said,
episode is 8,
damn it.
but yeah, it's episode 7 because we had to watch the first 2 episodes on that one podcast to start. Can you hear like background music coming from me? Because they are loud as hell in my neighborhood right now.
No, I don't hear anything.
Oh,
No, I don't hear anything.
my mic is doing its work. I can hear it. It is Jesus, it's bad. But
Is there a party going on?
somewhere, I guess, across the street. But we're not here to talk about my loud neighborhood music. We're here to talk about Love Live Nijigasaki music, in which we had 2 songs, one from Langzu and well, I guess technically 3 songs. The most important one being a song by you. And this episode marks the end of the festival. So, how do you feel about the festival? Yeah.
There, the festival, I swear to God, was like Disneyland vibes. Like, there's a lot of giant inflatable stuff all around. It's so huge. They just have everything built. And I don't know, it just they, they had fireworks and all these lights and this is, mind you, a high school. I mean, it's a joint high school event, sure, don't get me wrong, but still, it's like so extravagant for what it is.
I think this was mixed in with the culture festival. Like it's an all in one type of a deal. And from all the anime we watched, I'm only basing this on the anime because I've never been in a Japanese high school in person or talked to a Japanese person about their high schools, but just from the anime we've watched, like we've seen a lot of culture festivals and what they do and whatnot, and yeah, it's pretty extravagant, at least to our standards. Because like I don't know, what's the biggest school event you ever had that was in the school, like that wasn't outside of it?
To be honest, the one that was inside, it was like a carnival.
Mm-hmm.
And it was in 7th grade, and I remember there was like a dunk tank, and that was like the highlight. Dunk tank, and there was a cakewalk, and I don't remember. There was probably a bounce house in there, if I remember. But other than that, that was like the most extravagant thing at my school. My school kind of was lame compared to this.
But see, I think that's pretty much the norm because I don't know what's the biggest thing I've ever done in school, but it would probably be something along those lines. But the difference in that is these kids are doing it themselves. It's not like it's just the adults just have it made for you or whatever. Like the kids do the planning on what they're going to actually do, the different classes, and they do it by different years as well. And it's a big thing. And I'm pretty sure they have it open to the public as well. So it is a lot crazier than what we are accustomed to. But when you enhance that by the money or the budget the school seems to have, I was surprised that it wasn't something more that they had in this festival, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't have like a Ferris wheel or like an EDC type freaking atmosphere look to it. Yeah, it was crazy. And they had a boat going around the whole entire school that felt like it took the whole day just to get to there. So that tells you how big that boat was traveling, or how long that boat was traveling.
And it also tells you how good the school is because I don't know how it would be for you, but I'm pretty sure most high schoolers would have fucked with that boat, so it would have never reached it.
No, you're right. You're right. Someone would have put something in front of it to block it, or someone would have drew a penis on top of it or something. They would, before, like right when it got to the end, it would have like looked like a completely different thing.
Yeah, that for the fact that the boat was traveling all across the school and there's not really there's people watching you, but there's no teacher guidance or anything like that. Somebody would have did. Somebody would have trolled some way somehow. Someone might
Oh
have
yeah.
took the thing out of there. Someone might have, like you said, blocked it or drew on it. There's no way that thing is making it to the other side in a normal American school. It's just not happening.
Someone would have put a freaking dildo on top of it
Yep,
to hold it
something.
down.
Just you can't do it. You can't trust kids. What the hell? But
Oh, absolutely not.
we're in a good company with the Love Live girls. And while it got stuck, Langzu was still able to give her performance. How did you feel about her performance, as brief as it was?
Right, it was very brief. I don't know, it just felt like how she was acting the whole time during uh the show, which was I'm gonna do this on my own, all by myself, no help, and I'm gonna show you girls up, and that's how it's gonna be. And it was pretty much another basic performance that she does, and the rest of the girls were like, "Oh, you're so great! Oh, that was fantastic!" But for how brief it was, and for what little that we saw of it, I don't know. I guess I really can't say just because it was. I don't know. I thought it was okay. It wasn't anything memorable for sure.
I've always liked Langzu's gusto, but I wish the show would do a lot more showing us how great she is rather than telling us, because we know how great she is based on the reactions that people give us based on her music and how she acts. But how short they cut the song kind of messed me up, because I felt like the entirety of this festival, at least performance wise, not with the characters, but performance wise, was just to lead up to Langzu versus the School Idol Club.
Yeah.
And the fact that we didn't get her full song to compare hers to their song bothers me, because I feel like I should be able to judge whether who gave the best performance. Just because you did your performance last and with more people and there was fucking rainbow glow sticks everywhere doesn't mean it was the better performance. You
Very
know,
true.
I
Very, very
wanted
true.
to throw my 2 cents in on who I thought had a better performance, but I feel like it's sort of impossible when Lane Zoo was up there for like 30 seconds or so.
Got that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very short-lived, and I agree. Like maybe if they would have focused more on it, maybe we could have compared and contrasted, but it was almost as if they didn't want to show her performance just so that you could be like kind of more biased towards, the Nijigasaki girls.
Yeah, because I mean, by default, I had to give them a nod over it just because I heard more of their song.
Right. We heard the whole song and long-winded introduction and everything.
Yeah,
when when Langzu just gets hires my song, and that whole thing was even fucked up too because the boat was supposed to land in there and it got stuck by itself. Nobody even touched it.
yeah, it was like God himself was just trying to fuck up Lang Zoo's performance. Like, I gotta make sure the Nijigasaki girls are the best performers
Right.
ever. You know.
Exactly. But even then, she was just like singing a cappella. Even
Yeah.
before the boat finally, I guess the cat knocked it free. I don't know.
I
Then
thought it
we
was her
finally,
vocals. I thought like she did like a Super Bowl type of thing.
oh, I saw like a cat walk up next to like a pillar or something, and I just thought maybe the cat brushing up against it knocked it. I don't know.
Yeah, but either way, when it came to what we saw at the end of the episode, with how she congratulated them and whatnot, and a preview of the episode, definitely seems like next episode is going to be Lane Zoo oriented, and
Oh yes.
it'll probably lead to where you've been alluded to for a while with
Hmm.
her joining.
Yeah, because she seemed well. The Idol girls they had their performance. It was great as always, fantastic, woo. But then you had Langzu come at the end say, "Your performance was really great. I'm so glad I came here. And then like it almost felt like she was disgusted with herself and just was walking away and just kind of like bye bye to herself, almost to basically say, I'm not good enough. I'm out of here. I'm gonna try to get better. But it's like you put too much pressure on yourself. Come on. You're good for what you are. You're just coming at it all wrong.
But yeah, that bye bye was, I guess, her saying that she was going to go back to China, and obviously that's not happening. I don't know
No.
who's going to catch wind of it. It could be Mifune, or she. I think her name is Shioriko. It could be her or Mia, or it could be you. But either way, we've seen this story before. They're going to talk her out of it. They always
Yeah.
do.
She's gonna get in the fucking airport, buy her damn ticket, and she's gonna be walking through it, going to check in, and they're gonna go, wait, Langzu, stop! You don't have to do this. We love you for who you are, please.
Daisuke.
With the power of friendship and love, you can totally stay and sing a song with us.
Yeah.
And you got your other friends, sorry, Mifune and Mia, waiting for you, and they want you to join too and sing a song. Come on, let's do this.
Yeah. That is probably what's going to happen. And like I said, I'm opposed to her joining the group. Not only, well, I'll just say all the reasons. For one, I'm just a fan of a smaller cast because Love Live has had this problem historically, where the cast is 9 people itself isn't a big cast, but 9 people in the idol anime feels like it's too much because you just don't get to see a lot of everybody shine and all their relationships with the people within a group.
Hmm.
Because we're getting at the most like 24 episodes or so, counting both seasons. So
Right.
it's just never enough time, in my opinion, to really get acquainted with everybody. So you're gonna add on 10, 11, or we already have 10, so 11, 12. It's just too much. It's too much.
I mean, why don't we just add I sister while we're at it?
Oh
Shit.
god.
Have her coughing and hacking up a lung while she's singing. Let's just have everybody just get up on stage while we're at it.
There needs to be a dude in the crowd of their concert, and he just goes, "Let me join," and I want to see what they do. Like, I want to see what the idols do. Like, you can't join. We don't have men in the show. Like, we
Right,
can't we
just
can't show you.
it's like one guy. Oh, come on. I love this show. I swear you won't even know. Just put a freaking mask on me.
You let him. You
You
let
already
her
have a men.
join. Oh man, I
My
just have to
goodness.
see it just for the trolling. But yeah. What other shenanigans that happened at the festival was Emma eating the shit out of that cake.
I saw that. I'm like, oh my God, Emma is a bottomless pit character. Okay.
Yeah, like because she wasn't slowing down at all. Like there was maybe 0.5 seconds in between each bite. I was like, what the fuck? Who are you, Goku?
Yeah, she had somewhere to be in a hurry. I don't I don't know where that was, but it definitely was just yeah, she was putting it away. I saw her eating and I'm like, is she gonna ask for more?
Yep.
And sure enough, waiter, more please.
Speaking of waiter, we had a Yumu doing the whole maid cafe thing. Not really important, but yeah, she was doing her thing and she was worried about you. Um, and that's where like the second part of the focal point of this episode is, which is you and her writer's block because she was
Hmm.
supposed to write a song for everybody to perform uh, last in a festival, which I've already talked about this. The fact that The fact that we had all of these groups get together, these subunits get together, and they just magically come up with a song like a hour later. It's like, okay, but you literally came up with this song and had everybody perform it the same day. How?
That is some sheer talent right there. Like
What?
they left a gap open at the end because she was supposed to make that song. That same hour, that same day, with 30 minutes to go, wrapped it up in a nice, neat little bow, and was just like, "All right, girls, let's do this."
Listen, for all the people out there, I am no musician by any stretch of the imagination. The greatest magician. Yeah, you would have to be a magician to pull that off, because the greatest musician cannot write a song and then perform it flawlessly. At least multiple musicians like that within the same hour. It is just impossible.
The only one that I can honestly think of that did do something like that was Schoolie D when he wrote the theme song to Aqua Teen.
Mm-hmm.
He literally wrote that song on his way to the studio in a limousine when they picked him up. And he performed it that same day.
See, that's not. I'm not gonna. Either way, it's still hard. But
I mean, that one's not really like a serious song anyway, because that show is just kind of like weird anyway and funny.
Yeah, but to do it with 10 people, because you could write something yourself, and because I've seen rappers just freestyle before. No written anything, just freestyle, and they have a flow and a cadence and everything, and it just works out. But it is hard to extend that to 9 people and have everybody, because you have to be synchronized and everything. And that's another thing. We're just talking about the music side of it. It's also the choreography, the dancing.
Right.
They didn't have anything written, so they just had everything together magically.
And did you see how quickly those girls changed into those outfits? They were in those plain black t-shirts and pants, and then all of a sudden, hey, you play that shit. And all of a sudden, she starts playing, and all of a sudden, whoom, they're in new uniforms. I'm like, wait, what? How did that happen?
It is the power of Love Live. You can't question it. You can only marvel at it.
I mean, this is true. We get people that can stop the weather. We get people that can stop time. We get all kinds of things that happen in Love Live.
Well, but I did sympathize with Yu's writer block. It's funny enough, that's something I was experiencing earlier today, really, because I was writing a script for Mato Seihei no Slave, this manga that I enjoy. But I experience a lot. To me, it's not even really writer's block. It's just like I just get hit with a lack of motivation really quick after doing something.
I know that feeling.
But writer's block is something I experience as well, because you just hit a roadblock in your mind where nothing will come out, no matter how hard you think about it, and in fact that can actually hurt you. You hear stories about people having writer's block, and they'll just take their mind completely off said subject, and what do you know, like information and their imagination, their creation will start flowing again. Sometimes you just need a break, and for you, really, it was just, I don't know, Mia's English, I guess that helped her.
That, I think so, and she speaks very good English. I got to admit, like whenever you hear her speak, because you know how there's some when they try to do that, and it's just, you can tell that their accent is so thick that it's hard for them to get certain words out. Not Mia. She's just like, what did she say? Was it like, "Are you kidding me?" or something?
Yeah,
I can't remember
so.
what she said. And then you even heard her speak at the end of the episode.
Yep.
On the next episode, she said, "Next episode, Love Over the Rainbow," or whatever the fuck it was called. And I was like, damn, she speaks it very well.
We are called school idols. We are called Muse.
We hers isn't bad either.
Yeah.
But what was it? The other girl, she was just like, "We, I cannot speak."
Shout out to Honoka. Good
Yeah,
movie. Good movie.
yeah. Honoka was the one that tried, but then we got good old,
Nozumi-chan.
uh, thank you, Nozomi that came in for the rescue with her English.
But yeah, it wasn't really much to this episode, to be honest, because it was just the two performances. Us trying to get you back into the game because that was
Yep.
kind of plaguing her throughout the whole episode. Mia eating
Hmm.
more burgers. Like I feel like she was eating a burger in damn near every scene she was in.
She, I mean, she's from America, yes,
I think
or
so.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. There's nothing more American than a hamburger. So I'm thinking that that's where it kind of like comes into play too. It's just like, guess what, guys? I'm American, and can't you tell by me eating this burger and also my hair? I'm blonde and blue eyed. Because everyone that's a foreigner that comes from the United States is blonde hair and blue eyed, according to Japan. And yeah, it's just I don't know, it's just something else that they add to it, I guess.
Yeah. Uh so yeah, that's pretty much it. So I
Yeah.
guess the unique thing in this episode is the fact that everybody performed this time. This is the first time in which every single person in a club performed. All the
All at
idols
the
plus
exact
you.
same time.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, that was really cool. Like that was probably the best part of the whole show was just everyone performing together.
Yeah.
Not Lang Zhu, not all the other people standing around, doing poses, going, "You go, girls." No, because I saw them too. They were just kind of like cheering, and
Mm-hmm.
they were from the other schools. The wannabe Jinibyo was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all in all, it was good. Like that part was good. I think we're gonna get into a very heavy Langzhou episode of trying to convince her to stay, and then maybe we'll have a full song for her.
Maybe so. But considering that was supposed to be like her best gambit with things, I mean, we could probably get a song at the end because that usually happens no matter what. So, yeah, it's probably going to be a lot of Mia and a lot of Lane Zoo. Um,
I
so,
would actually be like impressed if they actually went the route of she actually goes back to China because she wants to make herself better. You know,
if they did that, Love Live would shock me.
that would shock me too. Like if she, because I already know where this is going, but if for some reason, like even after they try to convince her, Lingzhu says something like, "I appreciate you girls trying to want to keep me to stay here, but unfortunately, this is something I need to find for myself. And the next time you see me, I'll be a lot better."
Mm-hmm.
Something like that, I would be like, my jaw would hit the floor. I'd be like, this is love life.
Yeah, that's one thing I wish Love Live would rectify. It's always whenever someone's about to join, whatever problems they had, whatever friction they had with the group just kind of dissipates.
Hmm.
And it's always like whenever it's the group versus a person or an idea, the group usually always wins. So it kind of takes tension out of it because you understand where it's going to lead to. It's like because the group would be opposed to Lane Zhu leaving, the group is probably going to win and winning her over, and she's going to end up joining, and everybody's going to be a bit happy family. But sometimes I want violence. I want friction. I want it to play out in a different way.
I want to see some hair pulling.
I mean, we still haven't had that magical slap in this love life yet, so
That
we
magical slappiness?
no, there's always a slap in love life.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Hitori got slapped, didn't she?
Honoka got slapped by Umi, and
That's right.
Kana got slapped by Mari and Sunshine.
That's right.
So we're waiting on it on Superstar and Nijigasaki. And it's
I
season
can't
2, so I need it.
I can't speak Japanese.
Sorry, I can't speak Japanese.
If there's gonna be a slap, it'll probably happen at this episode. Mia will slap Langzu because she's like, "You're about to get on that fucking plane and not say goodbye."
I could definitely see that happening. She can get
Yeah.
it, giving her a old fashioned American slap, but the
And
5
she
fingers straight to the face. Slap.
That's slap. That was cold blooded.
Yeah, I need it. But yeah, that was pretty much the episode. This episode wasn't bad at all. I thought it was decent, just decent.
It was better than last week's for sure. Because I don't even remember what happened last week.
We are almost done, man. I feel like we're in the bad stretch of anime.
Yeah, we are. Other than Spy Family and Komi-san, like there's only been like a handful of anime this season.
Oh man, next season won't look up. There are a few things to look forward to, but the fall season
The fall season
will be insane. Like just overall, not even things that I'm going to be watching, just community wise, I think the fall season is going to be one of the best.
I do too. We're gonna have freaking Mob Psycho season 3, Chainsaw Man.
Bleach is coming back.
Bleach is making its epic return.
To Your Eternity, second season.
Yep, season 2. And I feel like there's a couple others, but I'm sure that there's gonna be more announcements before. Oh yeah, and My Hero season 6. That's another one.
The second part of Spy Family. Apparently,
is that coming out in fall?
Apparently.
Oh, yeah. This is gonna be the greatest fall in the history of anime. Like when we first started, we started in the wrong fall. we needed to start in this one.
Yeah, like now we're in the good, like the good phase of KOA now. I mean, we're in the spring season. I feel was consistently our best season, and so far it still hasn't disappointed in that regard. I don't think if any spring season really disappointed us. It's usually always summer or fall.
Yeah, summer, especially last summer. God, we had time traveling lollies. That was horrible. And then we had Sunny Boy. We didn't have shit last summer.
I gotta go back to some of our podcasts, man. Just like thinking about some of the stuff that we actually watched and discussed. Oh man,
we watched Berserk, and then we rewatched Odd Taxi because there was nothing else to watch.
Good times.
Yep, good times.
But that is the end of this podcast. So Langzu next episode should
feature slap.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that should be fun. Fuck Langzu. The slap is what I'm looking forward to. Make it happen now.